Hey Aries, welcome to your weekly pick a card reading. This week we're going to be talking all about the monthly energy that we've been talking about so far, which is planting the new seeds. And this week in particular, it's going to be about following your bliss and finding flow state. And if you want to get caught up on these videos, the links to those are below, as well as my information for a personal reading. I'm using love bombs, kindness cards, and Vibrant Soul Tarot. I have stack 1, 2, 3, timestamp below, so take a second and choose which reading is for you, and then go ahead and comment below which one you chose, and I'd love to talk more about it with you in the comments. And also please like, share, and subscribe because I do new videos every week. Alright Aries, let's see stack 1. You have Reverse Princess of Pentacles, which is like the Page of Pentacles. Ten of Swords in reverse. And I admire your constant growth and learning. So Aries, it feels a little bit as though since we have this Ace of Pentacles, we're figuring out where to plant seeds for future growth. And with this Page of Pentacles being in reverse, it feels a little as though you aren't sure exactly where to do that and how to make a choice of where to invest your energy and your resources. And it's as though I'm feeling like you're having trouble choosing, because if you were to choose one thing, that means you unchoose another, and having feelings of this exclusionary, mutually exclusive energy, and not wanting to make a choice because of not wanting to reject one thing or not wanting to be able to keep all of your options open. And with the reverse Ten of Swords, I'm feeling like you're still trying to figure it out, and you're still trying to reason it out. You're still trying to crank through and find a solution, still doing the pros and cons list thing and doing it very mathematically almost. And there's the call here with this weekly theme of Sweet Pea is going to be talking about how you can find the solutions in other ways besides thinking it through. That thinking it through and finding the pro and con list is you aren't going to find the best answer. You're not going to choose how to invest using a mental thought process, which is when the Ten of Swords is when you can't figure it out with thought any longer, and you're going to have to find another way. So how can you ask yourself or tune into how you're feeling? Does this, using how you feel positively or negatively, to use that feedback as to whether it's a good or not good choice. That wasn't worded super great, but instead of using your mind, tap into your feeling. You'll get like a red light or a green light in your heart. And that is how you're being guided to make this decision. And that, yeah. Okay. Stack 2, Aries, you have Ten of Wands reversed, Ten of Pentacles reversed. And this place wouldn't be the same without you. So it's feeling a little bit here like as though you've taken on a lot of responsibilities and you're feeling overburdened, and you may be looking at choosing a path that is easier and finding ways to lighten your load and surrender some things that have once felt good to you or were part of your ego, or just something that you've been involved in, and now you're looking for ways to thin out and trim out what you're involved in. And I'm feeling like that temptation in this case is the advice is to, there's something that would be lost that if you were to leave too early or to withdraw from this too early, and that there is a long-term payoff, and that your presence in this situation benefits others long down the line in ways that you can't see. And so not that you are required to overwork yourself and overburden yourself for the sake of others in this case, but there is a call here to delegate and to find ways to lighten your load within the situation. And how can you modify the way you fit into the group and modify the way that you're participating so that you can remember that it is, I'm feeling like it's because of the people, and that's the reason you started, and that's the reason you stayed, and that's the reason you need to come back to now, is how you can come back to it's about the people there, and how can you maintain those connections and keep your place there, because you have still a purpose and you still have an influence and you're still needed there in some way. But it's understandable that you're feeling like it's getting to be too much. So how can you move things around, and how can you change it up so that this is not such a burden to you? All right, stack 2, Aries. You have 2 of Wands, Death in reverse, and I admire your caring nature. So Aries, I'm feeling like you're being called to blaze a new path. You're being called on a new journey of death and transformation and rebirth. And there's a part of you that may be resisting it and may be fearful of it and not wanting to travel down that road, in fears that you'll change too much, or change in ways that would harden you in some way, and that those things, that there's this idea of in death of being broken down and shedding certain aspects, changing, and then being reborn something different, and that there are certain aspects of you that are integral and important and positive, and you don't want to lose those. And it's showing here that you aren't, that those things stay, those things remain, and it's not about being that you need to be better. It's so that you can feel better. So it's not a journey of shame, a walk of shame. It's how can you feel better and shed the things that are heavy and maintain and improve and shine up the things that are good. And also I'm getting with this a secondary message of feeling like the need to move on from a nurturing and caring situation, and feeling as though you've been in that you owe it to the people that have taken care of you to stay with them, and fear of kind of leaving that nest a little bit, for fears that they'll feel like you don't appreciate what they did, or that you'll think they don't care. They'll think that you don't care. And it's saying here that they want what's best for you. They want your happiness, and they don't want you to curtail your growth and to clip your own wings just to stay with them. That they did it all for your growth, and they want to see you go, and they'll be happy to see you go, and they'll be happy to see you thrive and grow and move through this change. And so don't be afraid, is what I'm getting with that, Aries. All right, so I'll talk to you next week. Thank you.